Good morning, Ms. Carter. Ma'am, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Okay. On November 11, 2024,
A slap over jealousy could cost Miss Carter a year in jail? Texas doesn't play, even dating partners count as family under assault laws. But here's the real drama. The judge spots redness on the guy's face, yet no marks on her. Is this self-defense gone wrong, or a one-sided blow-up? Stay tuned.
The officer was dispatched to an assault in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant and the defendant. The complainant stated he was in a dating relationship with the defendant since August 4th, 2024. The complainant stated he went to a bar with the defendant, and an argument started when the complainant was being nice to a bartender. The complainant stated the defendant did not like that he was being flirtatious. The complainant stated they left the location and the defendant was arguing with him while driving. The defendant kept trying to press the off button on the motor vehicle and the complainant had to pull over to call 911. The complainant stated he kept driving, pulled over at an Exxon gas station and exited the motor vehicle. The complainant walked to cool down while on the phone with 911. The complainant stated he was stopped by the defendant. The defendant pulled on his hoodie strings and the defendant slapped the left side of his face with her open right hand, causing pain. The complainant stated he did not touch the defendant, and the officer observed redness on the complainant's left side of face and a small cut on the inside of his upper lip. The officer observed no visible injuries on the defendant.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you guys reached out to the complaining witness?
No, you're wrong. What? This is a DVD case, and no rip has been attempted.
Okay, Novak?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Carter, until I know that he wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons as well. It looks like a protective order was issued in this case on the 11th of this month. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. Violation of a protective order, and it's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand?
Yes.
How old are you, ma'am? What do you do for a living?
I don't work.
Why not?
Us being together, he chooses to provide and he doesn't want me to work, so.
How do you support yourself? You're not to have any contact and not to be with him at all. So how are you going to?
Mic drop from the judge. Never depend on a man. This isn't just courtroom talk, it's a life lesson. He's tying her bond conditions to getting a job, which is rare. Smart move or overreach? Sound off in the comments. Should courts push life advice or stick to legal rulings?
Support yourself.
I started applying.
You know what? This life is very short. And if you don't have some kind of education, if you don't have some kind of work experience, this person may not be there for the rest of your life. And you should never, ever have to depend on a man for anything. You should be self-reliant, where you, as a woman, depend on herself, because you never know who's going to end up being there for the next 5 years, 10 years. This person takes off, you're destitute, alone, without anything. I've seen it happen over and over and over. Did you graduate from high school? Okay, it's time for you to start working. I'm making that a condition of your bond. I will have you apply for an appointed lawyer, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. I want to see what you have done to get a job. You cannot go with this life dependent on any man. You need to have a career for yourself.
I have an upcoming interview.
Good. I want you to start working and I want you to build yourself a strong career where you don't have to rely on any man for anything. Rely on yourself. That's what life's about. So you can buy nice things yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not depend on any man for any reason.
I was working, but once we got together, he didn't.
Don't. Who cares? Be a strong woman yourself. Why do you have to rely on what this dude says? No. Be yourself, man. You know, have a strong career. Make millions of dollars yourself. You don't have to depend on anyone. All right? All right. I'm going to have you, I need you to fill an application for me. I'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. I'm going to have you sign bond conditions that you're not supposed to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If I find that you do, I'm telling you now, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? All right, come on.
Judge, I'm sorry. Was that state's bond conditions?
Yeah, state's conditions. You know what? And I already have an application now. So I'll have you sign a receipt and I'm just going to have you take a seat in the jury box. Okay? No contact. It's been a long time since I've had someone with this kind of drama. Let's go through your spiel. 9/25/24, evading arrest. and you pick up an FSGI. 11-9-24, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a peace officer, assault of a peace officer. You get on bond, I guess, he's on bond for all those cases, right? And now you've picked up another assault of a family member and an interference.
Those were two Bs filed, Judge, while he was in custody. So he was not out of custody. He's been in custody.
So in our case here, from November 9th, he has three assaults, and then he also has the FSGI and evading.
Whoa, this guy's got 9 open cases, including assaults on his mom, sister, and baby mama? Judge revokes his bond fast. Pro tip, in Texas, repeat domestic violence charges can escalate to felonies fast. Dude's playing with 2 to 10 years. In prison. Think he'll listen to that "cut the cancer out" warning?
The new assault and the interference that was filed on 11/13, was that?
In 2022.
So they're older.
They're older ones that they just filed a couple days ago. But he's been in custody on our 3 assaults and the felonies.
So the felony assault, I see that he has not made bond on.
No, and that's why he was in custody, because he was in on those 2 bonds while they filed these 2 twos on him.
Yeah, 22. And the interference was also from 22. Do you know all the assault family members, are they against the same complaining witness?
No, they're different, Judge. 2022 is Asia Barros,
What is that, a girlfriend?
an ex-girlfriend.
An ex-girlfriend, okay.
No,
And then,
it's just regular, no baby.
okay, so then the other 3 assaults that we have here,
The other 3, the newer 3 are baby mama, mother and sister.
his mother?
His mother and his sister.
Okay. Have we found PC on all those cases? Because I don't know if we have or not. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like PC's been found on all of them. Okay, so Mr. Roberts Clay, I want you to understand something, that I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with any of the complaining witness in any of these cases. You understand? I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you, and I'm going to put a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you 1,000 feet. I'm going to give you a 1,000 feet distance of where I don't want you to have contact with any of these people, any of the baby mamas, your mom, whoever else is part of these, the peace officers, anyone in any of these cases. Don't have contact with them. Don't go within 1,000 feet of where they live or where they work. There should be orders for protection on each one of these cases. So you have to understand, if you violate these, then the state can and will file additional charges against you. You need to understand, if multiple assault family members within a certain amount of time, they can hit you with 3rd-degree felonies, and you can be looking at 2 to 10 of the penitentiary on those. So I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do get out, I would be very careful where you go, because even if you have whatever contact, they can file more charges on you. I mean, you've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 open cases. Shreya, the evading arrest and interference on all these assaults, those happened after.
Yes.
Right. So I'm revoking the bonds on those 2 cases. The evading arrest and interference, the FSGI and evading, I'm revoking those bonds because of all the new cases that he's picked up.
I understand, Judge, but the 2 new cases are from 2022.
That's why I'm not doing anything with those, right? So I'm not using those against him to revoke the bond, but the new cases from 11-9, those are after, we ordered him follow conditions. You have failed to follow those conditions by picking up another case, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assaults. So because you picked up those 5 assaults, I'm revoking the bond on the FSGI and evading.
So Judge, is this his first court date since the November 9th?
Correct. Yeah, this is the first time that I've seen Mr. Roberts Clay. I have not seen him at all, but we've been literally rolling him day for day to try to get him here. And we had Marco Sapien representing him, trying to get Mr. Clay, Roberts Clay and Marco at the same time so that's why. Did you want to add anything?
What are the conditions currently, Judge?
So no contact, no weapons, GPS, no going within 1,000 feet of any of the complaining witness where they live or where they work.
Satisfied with that, Judge.
Sorry?
That works, Judge.
And then I'm revoking his bonds on the FSGI and evading, and then that's it. So,
What are you setting those at, Judge?
I think there should also be, I would ask that they also be set at 5,000, Judge, to mirror the others.
75.
5,000, Judge.
Oh, yeah, I was going to do 5,000 and 1, 2, 3, 5,005 on the FSGI and evading. And then I'll leave the others as is. Okay, Mr. Roberts Clay, you know what's expected of you if you bond out. Just don't go near anywhere of these people. You know, sometimes when you have cancer, what do? You cut the cancer out. If you don't, it's going to kill you, right?
Judge, would you do 5,003 just because I think it looks a little misleading whenever in
Sure,
time we're
of
looking
course.
at it and
Yeah.
it looks like you picked up 5, but it's actually 3.
Yes, of course. These people may be a cancer to your life. They're killing you, man. Cut it out before it kills you. Do you understand? All right. Thanks. If there are no MOAPs,